What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy, and welcome to another Game Week review, where we are getting so close to the end of the season. You can almost smell the double game weeks, and in fact we've got one double game week for two teams coming up in Game Week 33. I didn't realise until just a few days ago, basically, and this is big news because we've got to start thinking, and there is one team in there that you've got to shit out players for, quite literally. And I'm going through that in the previews. Check that out. That'll be out tomorrow. Don't know what time really, but yeah, my channel tomorrow. No later than 6, I should say. But today we've got to review the best players from Game Week 32 and whether you should bring them in or not. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. First of all, start the goalkeepers. As you know, 3 of each position. You know the drill right now. And Ben Foster comes in here as against the run of play. I didn't think he'd get a clean sheet. Personally, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, because I put Van Aanholt in my team, I put Defoe in my team for the preview on my 12 players that I selected, and they didn't deliver. And Foster was definitely a reason for that. 7 saves, get 2 points for a bonus, clean sheet, 90 minutes played, brings him on to 10 minutes. I'll come right back, 'cause I'm going to sneeze. And we're back. Right, that sneeze is out the way. But Ben Foster, fantastic performance from him, and we're gonna put him in there and say, should we bring him in double game weeks? You've only got one Game Week 34 against hard teams, so I'm gonna say no. Moving on to 2 players on 7 points. First of all, we've got Kurtyoy, who, in fairness, I feel like it's a bit cheated out of it because he got saves and got into 7 club with that one. But Aston Villa, expect to get clean sheet, so not very much to say on that. Should you bring him in? Well, for me, looking at it, and you've got double game week 37, bring him in then, because you've got Sunderland away, you get a clean sheet in that. You've got Liverpool away, you get a clean sheet in that. And then, they could be fighting for European spots still, because Southampton has slipped up. I think Man United are going to step up this week against Tottenham. So, against Leicester, they've got all to play for last game of the season, so definitely worth bringing him in, but bring him in later in, because you've got other goalkeepers in, have double game weeks sooner, and it's best to get them in and then bring him in afterwards. But Kurtyoy, definitely one for the future game weeks. I would say one for maybe now is David De Gea. He picks himself up 1 bonus point, didn't get in there from saves against Everton, 1-0 in the end. It was a good result for Manchester United, brings them ever closer and keeping up to grabs with the 4th spot that they're ever so close to. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, double game week 34 misses game week 35, but double game week 37, as long as you've got a backup goalkeeper in there, that should all be good. And the backup goalkeeper, well, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll leave you on a cliff edge, but it's very, very, very much worth the signing, and he's very cheap as well. But David De Gea comes in, definitely worth you bringing him in, like I've done so myself. Moving on to the defenders. There we go. That was really, really bad. Moving on to the defenders, we've got Wes Morgan. He scored a goal, the winning goal, and they just seem to be scraping through. Now, a lot of people said they'd be faltering. They're obviously proving them wrong still, and they're doing what Chelsea did last season, because Chelsea were doing just enough to win the games, and Leicester are doing just enough to win the games. They are getting fortunate. I mean, there was a few times where I thought Southampton were going to score, like Mane went through on goal, missed you could say an open goal, but well defended from Simpson. But it's getting close, and you can tell nerves are hitting them, because they're not playing the free-flowing attacking football they were. And getting the clean sheets, they are, just getting a goal and clinging on, in my eyes, and relying on the counter-attacking pace. But needless to say, Wes Morgan, should you get him in team? 4.4 million, he's top of the table. Why the hell not? What's keeping you from putting him in his team? So definitely worth bringing him in. Then we've got someone I suggested. Hey, again, I put Kurtyoy in there, and now you've got Hector Bellerin. He comes in, 14 points, 2 for a bonus, goal scored as well, bit of a lucky one, took a deflection, but goal scored nonetheless, and then 1 for a clean sheet, equals a good total of 14, or 4 for a clean sheet, equals a total of 14 points, fantastic from him, definitely worth bringing him in, 6.4 million, but worth it. You're looking at double game week 34, you can bring him in, his price will go up a bit. I mean, you've got home against Palace and home against West Brom, you need Arsenal defenders in there, and bring back out again when need be. Good. Moving on from that, we've got a last defender. Again, I feel like he cheats away into it, but Chelsea defender against Aston Villa. Should you bring him in? Well, we've got a double game with 37, so maybe something to consider. He does attack very well. Does Cesar Azpilicueta. He's known as Dave on whatever side of the screen he is on. I always forget. But 2 for a clean sheet, assist, clean sheet, a bonus as well, and also 9 minutes played. Gives you a total of 11. But against Aston Villa, what else do you expect? Moving on to midfielders now, and we've got 3, well, again, one a surprise, but 2, nice to see him back, and one of them is Pedro. Pedro had a good game against Villa, albeit a championship team, so not really much to shout from the heavens at, but, 3 bonus points, 1 for a clean sheet, played over the 60-minute mark, and also scored 2 goals. Leaves him a total for 16 points. Should you bring him in? Consider it later, but he's so on and off. You don't really know what you're going to get, and it's worth waiting and getting a safer pick for me. Moving on to Alexis Sanchez. He's finally got back to his best. I mean, you look at his last few game weeks, goal or assist, goal, and assist. He looks like he's back to his best. When you overhear Chelsea fans saying, oh, Hazard's had a better season, Hazard's a better player than Sanchez, you just think, okay then. But Sanchez, he hasn't really had that bad of a season, to be honest. Played, less football, considering he's played maybe, you're looking at maybe slightly less, but considering a lot of games have been off the bench and then not in full fitness, I think he's had an alright season. And would you bring him in? No, I'm going to say no, because there are cheaper and better options out there. And lastly, Johnny Howson. Who would have guessed? Newcastle were beaten 3-2 by Norwich. Johnny Howson grabbed 2 assists, 2 for a bonus, and played 90 minutes. Grabbed himself a nice little 10 points. Well done to him. Now, we move on to the attackers, and people frowned. Like I said, people frowned, and people were surprised when I put Mitrovic in the team, and Mitrovic got the most points for an attacker. I had a feeling, that last weekend it would spike him into gear. When he didn't start, I got really worried, and then he came on, did exactly what he did against Sunderland. He's something that Newcastle, if they're going to go down to the Championship, must hold on to, but is someone that could easily get into any Premier League team, barring, maybe the top 7, including Leicester now. I don't see it the top 6, I see it's top 7, with Leicester included in that now. But Mitrovic, 2 goals, 3 for a bonus, and played just 29 minutes. So, gives him a total of 12 points. Well done to him. Moving on, and I really didn't want to put him in here, but Alexandre Pato. People, and, well, especially Chelsea fans, saying, oh, look at Pato, absolutely amazing. Not really. He scored a penalty against Villa. And that was about it. He did get an assist, but against Villa. When he plays well, let's say he comes up against Manchester City and Swansea in the next 2 game weeks, does well in them 2, scores a few goals, or just plays well in general, then we'll see. But I'm not convinced so far. But he got himself 10 points, well done to him nonetheless. Then we had a choice between Bojan and Marshall, and I decided to pick Bojan. I feel like he had, a better impact, although, Marshall got the winning goal. I think Bojan, I've got a soft spot for Bojan from, Stoke to Barca, my Football Manager series, and also mid-table clash where I also got Stoke. Got a little soft spot for Bojan. He got a bonus point of 3. He played over the 60-minute mark and grabbed a goal scored, which brings him on to 9 points. Although well done to Marshall, who's easily, been up there on the best signings this season, even though he was intended for the future. So, just to recap, would you or would you not? Ben Foster? No. Kurtyoy, later date. De Gea, yes. Wes Morgan, why the hell not? Yes, get him in there right now. Hector Bellerin, same thing, get him in there right now. Dave, monitor Chelsea's defensive performance and then see later on because of the double game week, so maybe a yes in the future. Pedro, no, I just seem too inconsistent. Sanchez, too pricey at the moment. If he carries on playing well, Gameweek 33 comes in, has another good game week, get him in the team, definitely. Johnny Howson, you never know what you're going to see. If you want to take a risk and get, a bit of money off one of your midfielders, then go for it, yeah. Mitrovic, oh dear. Well, Miane's gone. Anyway, I'll carry on. Mitrovic, no. Alexandre Pato, no. And Bojan, not really, no. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Snap, something went wrong, my internet's gone off. But thank you guys for watching. Like this video, leave a like, leave anything in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.